from Island Chic 77. I'm just here to do a quick video, which should have been done a long time ago, seeing that my son is 2. I probably should have done this when I was pregnant, but something happened today that made me think about it, and I said I had to do this for you guys. So this video is going to be called 10 things you do not say to a pregnant woman. A lot of people have the tendency to just say whatever is on their mind, and I feel like when a woman is pregnant, you have to be extra careful and extra mindful of the things that you say, because you know, at this time we're emotional and sensitive, you know, so you just have to just be very careful of the things that you say. So I'm here to tell you guys the things that you shouldn't say, and I even wrote it on paper. See? Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you don't want to say is, are you pregnant? You never should ask a woman if she's pregnant. You should wait for her to tell you, because what if she's not? What if she just gained weight? You know? And actually the doctor recommends that a woman not tell unless she passes the 12 weeks period, which is 3 months, because that's usually the safe period. A lot of miscarriages and stuff tends to happen in the earlier portion of the pregnancy, so a woman is not even supposed to really tell unless it's like close friends and family she wants to share that information with. So you shouldn't really take that upon yourself to ask somebody. Allow the person to tell you. You should never ask a pregnant woman, if she's happy that she's pregnant, or if she's prepared for it, if this was something that was planned. First of all, that's not really your business. You know, it's not your business at all if she planned it or what it is, you know. And you don't want her to feel extra like insecure about that, like, oh man, you know, now this person thinks I'm, you know, such and such because I didn't plan for this. Or you may ask, oh, so are you gonna get married now, or did the guy propose? Or, you know, never put a woman in that situation where she have to explain why she's pregnant. Don't ask if you have a name for the baby. That's something that person should tell you on their own. Like, the name is kind of private, it's personal, you know. So I don't think that you should ask a woman. I don't think you should ask anybody. I don't think you should ask. That's just not something you ask, okay? The fourth thing, or probably the fifth thing, say you do ask, never, and say the person tells you, okay, well, I want to name my child Kelly. Like, never, don't start saying things like, oh, you know, when I was in high school, I knew somebody named Kelly and she was a horrible person, or my teacher's name was Kelly and she was so mean to me, or, you know, things like that. It's negative. So now you're associating their baby's name with something that's negative. And why would you want that person to feel like that? Like, even if you feel like that in your heart, go home and tell your boyfriend or your husband or your friend, like, oh, you know, she's gonna name her kid such and such. Even though that's gossiping and you shouldn't do that, but you get my point. Like, you don't express yourself like that to the person who's telling you this is what they're gonna name their beautiful child. Like, you don't attach a negative feeling to that, you know. You get what I'm saying? So just don't do that. Another thing that you never say to a pregnant person is, if you ask them, okay, what are you gonna have, and they tell you either it's a girl or a boy, you should never put your 2 cents in on what each sex is like. For example, if she tells you she's having a girl, like my husband's family, I remember some of them asking me, like, since I have a boy, oh, you know, Kelly, you don't want a girl because girls are a handful and they tend to do this and they tend to do that. Like, you shouldn't try to scare the person, you know, because just because you had your experience with your own child doesn't mean that I'm gonna have that same experience, you know. So that's also another negative feeling that you're putting on to this person. Like, if she's having a boy, just say congratulations. That's all that's needed. Don't start putting in why boys are bad or boys are good. Just leave it as that. What's another thing that you do not say? Oh, you don't ask like for example, when I was pregnant, someone asked me if I was prepared, in the sense that if I got the room ready, and I was maybe like 7 months or so. They told me that the baby could come at any time now. They can come at like 7 months, 6 months. So I need to make sure things are prepared and stuff like that. Make sure I have the crib together, and if I bought stuff. That's annoying to a person that's pregnant. I don't need you. Like, I already have my own stress. Like, oh man, you know, I need to get the baby's room together, I need to paint, I need to buy diapers, I need to plan the baby shower, I need to do all these things. I don't need you, a stranger or a co-worker or a friend, to start asking me, oh, so do you have stuff together? Do you have, because what if I don't? Now I start feeling bad, like, oh man, and all this pressure. You don't do that. That's just something you don't do. Okay. I think I'm up to my 8th one. Oh, another thing that you don't say to a person, if they tell you that they're pregnant, and again, if they tell you they're having a boy or girl, don't go asking them, are they ready to have another one, or are they going to try for a girl, or are they going to try for a boy. Just let the person just get through the one that they're having, and that's it. Okay. Never share your birthing experience unless it's a positive experience, and not just unless the person really asks you, you know, because everybody have their own experience, and that's what I come to understand. Just the way my pregnancy was doesn't mean that you're gonna be in labor for 9 hours and 10 hours. You can go in and have the baby in 30 minutes. Just because I push for 30 minutes doesn't mean you're gonna push for 30 minutes. So I can't sit here and tell you, oh, this is what you're gonna go through, because you're gonna have a different experience. And I feel like every woman should not be robbed of that, and should not be told what she's going to expect. Yes, it's gonna be painful, because clearly you're pushing out another human being, you know, but the extent of that pain, I can't tell you how that's gonna be, because you're your own person. So again, do not impose or tell people your story, because again, everybody have their own. Okay, so that's it. Those are my top 10 things never to say to a pregnant person. I hope you liked this video and you thought it was helpful, and hopefully next time you'll be more mindful of things that you say. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. You can follow my blog at islandchic77.com. I also have a Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/islandchic77. You can also follow me on Instagram at islandchic77. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for watching. Mwah. Bye.